most of you guys are in organizations that have a big print or text component. I'm interested in how you see the evolution of reporters or talent, the way they're talked about in the TV business. Right now you still have this big bifurcation, the kind of people who work upstairs, who are good journalists, but they have been bred and trained to be presenters, and there's a big element of show business in TV news in a traditional sense. Your typical Reuters or Wall Street Journal reporter is more of a schlump, right, like me, right? And the criticism, I mean, I'm a fan of Wall Street Journal TV, right? But the people who are critical of it say these people are not TV talent. And I'm curious, where does that go in a converged world? Do we have a converged type of person who is a reporter for all media? And if so, do you pick them mostly because of how they look and how their voice is, or because they can get scoops, or what?
Speaking for the schlubs, I thought I wore a nice jacket tonight. You know, at Bloomberg, we tried to turn some text reporters into TV reporters, varying degrees of success. And that's television. I think the web, and I don't know if you would agree, but I think the web, there's a level of intimacy and there's a level of comfort in that, and authenticity, where the makeup, the hair, the shoulder pads, the lighting almost serves as a disservice. So we're grappling now with whether we're thinking that our news shows that we do 5 or 6 a day from around the world, we want them to feel like reporters talking, almost like TMZ, the TMZ show, like reporters talking and the viewers eavesdropping. Either that, or you get a talent who's good enough and authentic enough to connect one-on-one, so that experience is closer, and you don't have I'm actually taking the desks out of the Reuters studios, and we've dressed down everyone. And we're bringing more print reporters on, and we think there's a knowingness and there's a wisdom to that supersedes the hair, the makeup, and all that. So they're very receptive because they want to play in the space. The reporters love to be on, and we love to have them on. And I think it's less of a gap than it was 3 years ago.
We've got some of the smartest people around writing stories about what matters to consumers. So. I think what they say is much more important than how they dress, and we're doing similar things. I mean, we don't have, frankly, the budget for a fancy studio, and we don't want a fancy studio. I would love to have that little hologram thing that CNN had, but I don't know what we do with it. So we're more trying to take advantage of the fact that when a story breaks, we've got the person that's writing the story that you want to read, also being able to tell you what's going on. And maybe in a different light or a different manner and somehow. But so far, so good.
You know what? Yeah. I could just add one thing. The toughest thing is getting the print reporters to accept the fact that they're not TV talent. Like, you don't have to memorize it. We just love you for you. You don't have to memorize. You don't have to read a prompter. You don't have to worry. Just come on and be yourself. And that's the real sell, because they're so nobody's ever done web video well, right? We're all a new generation. So they don't have a 60 Minutes to look to. They don't have a New York Times to look to. So who do they model themselves after? They don't know, and they're uncomfortable. So I think the idea of letting them be themselves and encouraging that really will be the game changer when we can all do that.
Yeah, it's the same thing. I mean, we're trying to actually end the use of TV type words and cliches. I mean, we don't want to use the word show. I mean, this is a new genre, a new medium, and we're going to try and figure out a way to tell the story of how the next generation consumes video news.